Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Frida Says What Podcast. I am your host Frida, and I'm mad excited because I have a guest today. This is me clapping for him. Odera. Hey, this is Odera, guys. Odera, say hi today.
Hi listeners, hi everybody. This is Odera. I'm the reason why she's excited today.
Yeah, I can give you that one for today. I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited to do this with you today. Thank you for coming on the pod.
Active.
Odera is like, we go way back. We go way back, like way back. And yeah, I think he's a good guest to have. He's very much a practicing individual. If I say
Practicing is
yeah, he's very much a practicing individual. And yeah. So yeah, you already know. Basically, I've talked to you about what I want the podcast, how my thoughts process behind it, and what I want to be talking about. And I don't necessarily want. I want us to just like flow on that. Like we're just going to have an open conversation. But I want to start this thing where the first thing I ask my guest is, what do you value? Like, what do you value? What are your top 3 values?
in what sense? Like, can I say money?
You can say that you value the getting of money.
Okay, so
Yeah, you can actually say you value money.
yeah, but like, would that paint me in a horrid light?
No. It is not going to.
Okay, you know
I'm
what?
just going to know that you value money. Money is important to
guys,
me.
I don't value money. I value ambition.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me use that as like a segue to actually answer the question. Ambition might not be what I value the most. I think, okay, if I have a list, what is at the top of my list? What do I value the most?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely going to be reasoning.
Reasoning.
Yeah, reasoning.
Okay.
Whatever your reasoning is, as long as it's logical to me, it's fine. So it's very, very tantamount to me that everybody around me, all the people I want to be around, have solid reasoning.
So, if I'm supposed to turn that back on you, that means like for yourself as well, you also value having like solid reasoning. You always want to have like a definite reason behind it, make it make sense to me.
Yes, like make it make sense essentially.
Okay, so you always want sense, like you always want things. I don't know how to.
Yeah, I feel like that's what makes us human. Like if I cannot understand you, I'm going to be frustrated. I'm going to be irritated. Like,
okay,
you're stressing me.
Okay, but then let me know. So, but like, what makes you do things? Like, what influences your choices? Like, do I need to give you an example?
You know what? Okay, give me an example. Let me make sure I'm on the same page.
Okay. I feel like the things, just to give context, the things that you value, like kind of like define what's your, like kind of define decisions you make, what you're passionate about and stuff like that. Okay. So I value close relationships, but not as in like I value people, but with an emotional attachment. I don't value people that's large, not my problem. So like I would make considerations for that relationship when I'm making some certain decisions. Or like I value like self-enlightenment, self-growth and stuff like that. I value like freedom to express and independence. So I would not make choices that would take that away from me. I would actually point myself towards things that improve that or make me express that.
So essentially, it's not an abstract thing. It's kind of, instead of looking at it like what you're putting on a pedestal, is what is driving you, what is feeding you, why do you do the things you do.
Exactly.
Okay, that simplifies things. Yeah. That simplifies things.
You're welcome. Tell me what you actually value.
Okay, so now that I understand what you mean or what you meant by that question, I think the most important thing to me might there's a very small chance might be mildly problematic, but I strongly believe it's the reason why I do 98% or 99% of the things I do, right? And that's intrigue.
Okay, so I heard this on Mark Manson has a podcast, so by the way, you should listen to that. Everybody should listen to that. But then, like, he said this thing that, like, there's like a list of random values, and it's funny because, like, things that he values, or at least he used to value in his 20s, was like novelty, and that's kind of
intrigue. So, not to get philosophical or whatever, or maybe I'm trying to paint my values in a more, I don't know, upstanding light than they might actually be, but I feel like it comes from a place where I spent a while, like I spent a good chunk of my life doing redundant things.
Okay.
So the very instant where it felt like I could actually live, I could actually experience novelty, like you said, I could actually afford to go after things that intrigued me.
Yeah.
Was sometime in college, right? Like after
UNN. UNN, sometime in college, UNN.
So yeah.
Oh God.
I was already doing all the things all the things society tells you are relevant, all the things my parents said are relevant. I was an academic. I was on the right path.
Yeah.
Right? But it didn't feel exhilarating itself is too flamboyant. Like, it didn't feel like I wasn't getting thrills, nothing.
So you like the thrill.
I like
excitement. You value having excitement in your life. Or you value being you want to be interested.
I want to be interested.
You want to be interested.
Yes.
Interest matters to you. You do I mean, to be fair, you actually do kind of do 95% of the shit that you do because you want to know you're interested. Yeah.
Exactly. So be it people, be it activities, be it
that makes sense.
Literally employment, right? I actively need to be interested. So.
Okay. So, do you have another one? Was that too hard for you?
This babe no rating. Like, guys, this babe no rating.
I'm kidding.
I think no matter what else anything else I want to say would probably easily tie into this.
Okay, yeah. So that's like your major thing.
It's my magnum opus, it's my be all end all for now. Yeah.
Oh, so that actually paints a really big picture of you.
I hope the picture is fine.
Actually, because you know when I found out that the root of everything is what you value, things are becoming more straightforward to me. Like, I think, and this is for you guys, that we should all probably try to figure out like the things that are like really important to us, the things that we also admire in other people, because mind you, your values can change, but like as they are changing, like your definition of what's important to you is also changing as well. The things you go for, the things you choose, the things you discard, like the basis of it, even like the basis of arguments that you have with people. Some things don't piss you off and then some things do. Like somebody could aggravate you, but then like maybe it's not touching something that is important to you, so you don't have that much of a reaction to it. So do you get what I'm saying?
It checks out.
So it's like if it matters to you, that's where like you react. Or at least you react in the way that you know how to, because some people have no reactions at all. But yeah, so okay. That's a good question to ask.
That's a really good question, to be very honest. That's a deep one.
Yeah.
I think my slight worry is, you did a very solid job explaining what you meant by the question. So, because initially when you asked me, what do you value? My head is like, what do I actually value? And then it's like, money, question mark. So,
money. I think I value money. Could be added to this in my values because I value freedom, and like everybody knows that
money will buy your freedom.
Money buys you your freedom. Money stops nonsense. You can say that. Quote me. I said that money stops nonsense. Yeah.
actually, because building off of that now, that means now I'm kind of justified in saying I value money because a lot of the novel experiences I want are expensive as fuck. Like, so yeah, there you have it, guys. Intrigue, money, reasoning.
Intrigue, money, reasoning. That's mine. I think I've said mine. What did I say mine was? Independent, close relationships, and I think I did it. I took a test on this actually.
And your results were independent, close relationships.
It was actually true. It was I think it was, I don't know how they put it. Self-direction is what they put it as. I just have value autonomy. Those are big, strong words. And achievements and benevolence, which was crazy.
You don't.
But you see, the benevolence came from the value of the close, intimate relationships. There were a lot of questions about universalism. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. I literally don't know. I'm of the opinion that like we should all just focus on what we care about. Little things. Like if you're good to your inner circle, it's kind of like if everybody's doing the same things, it will have like a
ripple effect.
Yeah, exactly. So let's have a ripple effect. Like care for
so
your neighbor.
You don't want
Everybody's
to
caring for their neighbor. No. I'm actually not of the. I just realized this about myself. I'm not there to alter the system. I'm there to take advantage of it. I'm not trying to change anything. Everything works fine. As long once I understand how it works, I understand how to like beat it, and I want to keep beating this. I don't need it to change. I need it to serve me. Thank you.
People should see who you're listening
to. But I think everybody should like think of it as well. But some people are game changers. Some people are disruptive, and there should be people like that.
Just not you.
It's not just me.
Fair enough.
It's not just me. Yeah. So you can. I wonder what to ask you next. What would you like to say?
No. Surprise me. I am the guest. I will be guested.
Okay. Well, I have like stuff I've already talked about on the post. So I could just like ask you about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, at what point in your life?
Let's just pause, guys. No good question has ever come from.
Okay. Let me rephrase the question so that you're not worried about it. Like, would you say that you're honest with yourself?
Oh, extremely.
So you tell yourself the truth. So you're aware of yourself and the reasons why you make your decisions. You're very much like honest with yourself about the kind of person that you are.
Yes.
What's that person?
This follow-up question is not necessary.
Who is that person, and how did you come to like realize that?
I don't know if have you seen this chart where you have like 9 things and it's like lawful evil, lawful good, lawful neutral, chaotic evil, chaotic good. It's a thing. You guys, the listeners as well, if you have some time, just check it out. Lawful good to lawful evil.
Okay.
It's supposed to tell you who you are, essentially, right? So for the longest time, I thought I was chaotic neutral, right?
I can see that.
Fuck my life.
I can see that. Okay, I can see that.
I thought I was chaotic neutral. What does chaotic neutral look like? It's like, you guys remember, I literally just said what I value, what motivates me, what drives me, what makes me do the things I do.
Yeah.
Is novelty, is intrigue, is my self-interest.
Yeah.
So it's not like I go out of my way to be chaotic or to be an asshole. Okay. But, and again, this is now the downside of being self-aware, but if there's something I want to experience, if there's an experience I want to have, and having that experience or doing that thing or satisfying that intrigue, if it's going to negatively impact somebody in the long run, there's like an 80% chance I'm going to do it anyways. So, like,
that's us hoping for the lights at the end of the tunnel. Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
like, there's this thing I try to do. Why I'm not just chaotic evil or lawful evil. Why I'm chaotic neutral is because I try to weigh. Again, it's kind of like the downside of being self-aware, but I try to weigh how much is this thing going to affect this person compared to
how much is it going to affect, how it's going to affect me.
Like how good am I going to feel like when I've checked this box, right? So, and if it's balanced, I'm not going to do it. But like even if it's still just a little, people like,
oh God. Okay. So like, when did you realize that about yourself? When did you realize that was the kind of person that you were asking?
You and him.
Yeah, but like, was it a series of events? Did you work up to it? Like, did you work your way up to that realization, or did you just don't know you?
Man, I don't like how these questions are framing me. But it's cool. I'll answer regardless, right? Okay, so it was self-reflection.
Okay.
Intense self-reflection.
Yeah.
Because for a while I thought I was just self-destructive, right? Because I was doing all these things that I could kind of see how they could. Like, I didn't know for certain that anybody was going to feel a type of way, but like I could see, like even before doing that, I could see how it could rub people off the wrong way with them. But like I was doing it regardless. So I think. Let me not go into too much detail, because if I recount it too well, I'm a listener, or rather the person is a listener, and they will cancel us. But like there was one, and when I rocked this person's world, I actually had to sit.
When you say rocked, you mean like destroyed?
Yes,
their life.
like not.
Wow. Okay, well,
it's a PG-13 podcast. Like,
okay, not destroy. What? Oh, what? I don't know. We're not on the same page. Okay,
but yeah, when I wrote this person's world, in the aspect of like, I had ruined everything.
Yeah.
Right. I actually needed to take a step back and be like, bro, what did you just do? Like,
yeah. Why did you just
do this? Yeah. And then I sat and I thought, and I realized, man, not doing this thing would have been doing myself a disservice, because like I've always wanted to, right? So, and then I ended up going down like this rabbit hole of like reviewing all my previous decisions and actions, and I can now see the pattern. So that's when I realized, oh, okay, you're kind of chaotic, but like you're not necessarily trying to.
You just accepted that, but you also accepted the fact that like you would still hurt regardless, just as long as like it better serves you. So, how does that make, when you realize that, like, oh, how does that realization make you feel? Are you good with it? Would you like to change? Do you just like regulate it and make sure, like, do you have like damage control or something?
Yes, I do have damage control, but we'll get to that. Okay, so realizing something that isn't the best thing about yourself is not always the easiest experience, right?
Yeah.
So,
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Gosh.
Man, these listeners, I hope you guys are not this messy. Like,
oh, God.
Okay, so it's not always the best experience. So I was sat there, and it's like, you're kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Right? So I was in this phase where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, now you know this thing about yourself. What happens now? And I needed to ask myself, oh, okay, where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
Because like self-service, whatever I want to.
Self-service only serves you up to the point.
Serves. You guys know she writes, right?
No, yeah, I understand what you mean. Like feeding yourself, or just like always choosing what is. It's not even just about like serving yourself as well. It's just like when you keep feeding into your only you, when it's just only
just
you're worried about like.
it gets to a point, and it's like, So I had to confront that about myself. So it's like, oh, okay. The takeaway was like, it's fine with asterisk. Like, it's fine when. Oh my god, I'm going to sound like such an asshole.
Everything you say makes you sound. Just give up and stop giving us all these.
I'm not an asshole, guys. Like,
just give it to us. Let's hear it.
So it's like, it's fine if I don't care. What do I mean by that now? It's like, I'm always going to pick myself over a stranger. I don't need to beat myself up for.
Yeah.
Exactly, for prioritizing myself and my happiness and my wants and my needs over someone I don't even know.
Yeah.
Right? So what I had to realize was that, okay, you can be self-serving, but if there's going to be a cost, you need to check who is paying the debt for that cost. So if it's somebody that I remotely care about, and there aren't that many people, so I can still do whatever I want 90% of the time.
Of course.
But like, on the off chance that you fall within that 10%, and it's like, okay, I actually genuinely care about you, and like about how whatever it is I'm going to do will work for you. I'm just not going to do it, because it's not like I'm an addict or anything.
I feel like that comes off of my whole reasoning about valuing relationships. At the end of the day, doesn't it? They all kind of like just check that you don't want to risk the people that you actually,
even if it serves me,
if it serves you. So it doesn't sound like you want to be. It doesn't sound like you want to be entirely better. It just sounds like you don't want to damage like good things that you have, or like it doesn't sound like I would. And this is, I'm beginning to understand this is personal, because if I'm preaching be you, some people are not the best, and if I'm saying be yourself, like that means that like
pick one, me myself will be better. Like,
exactly. So, but then like the thing is, I optimize for being. My whole thing is about being better. So that's me. Being better is fundamental to being me. I just like to be one step forward or one step ahead, or going somewhere else. But I'm like, I also want to preach that, but then I don't know if I'm contradicting myself saying become the person you want to be when I'm saying be the person you are. But I think I'm just trying. I think maybe I don't know if I should say. No, actually, what I want to say is just optimize for the best version of yourself that you can be. And not necessarily best version as per most appropriate. The one you like the best. That's what you like the best. And just like try to move yourself. Because I really believe that if you know yourself and if you're being real about why you do the things you do, it makes you like, it's like managing an office. You can get promoted. I don't know if it's not like being in an office and
it makes sense. Like you're not stagnant.
You're not stagnant, because if you want to pursue, like, even to become yourself, you need to change. You need to stop doing things that you do on default and like do the things that you react the way you know you want to react. I feel like those two things go hand in hand. But some people are, like I said, terrible people that being themselves being themselves isn't the best. But then at the same time as well, I don't know if like anybody.
Are you just inherently yourself?
Like shouldn't you want to just be? Well, just want to go.
I think that's kind of presumptuous. I understand what you're trying to say, but I think it's kind of presumptuous to assume that everybody wants that. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to contradict the message, because I would rather you prioritize being yourself, being authentic, stay true to you for real. But then I would hope that like being yourself also means being better.
Okay, that's the best way to phrase it. I would hope that your best self is actually just not an asshole. Word.
Yeah,
okay,
I feel.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm actually happy that we had this conversation, because I think it really like supports what I've said before. didn't even have that conversation with you, but we're saying the same thing. So that it feels like it's validating my research. Validating my research, yeah. So okay. How do you, does anything ever stop you from like showing up the way you want to, like being your natural state when you're outside? Like, are you afraid of being like seen, for people to know you and like know the kind of person that you are?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like,
do you, how many, out of 10 times, like how many times do you still like stay in your normal setting, or you like revamp for?
Out of 10 times, I feel like I would only be in my natural quote unquote state.
I think I'm asking the question, right? But four times.
Probably like 4 out of 10 times. I am. I'm not nonchalant at all, and it's kind of like.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm really not. Yeah, I'm really not. The average person probably wouldn't be able to tell, but like I'm really not. Like anybody who knows me knows I am not. Like I am moved. Like guys, I'm so moved. Like shit moves me.
Yeah.
Especially if it comes from like a place that I actually care about.
Yeah.
And those places, quote unquote, they're not always the most righteous places. Like if a body tells me that I'm short, I'm moved. I'm gone, guys. Like, so I probably wouldn't. I would like shove it off or whatever. I'd be like, 5'11" is fine, but like I'm moved as fuck.
Yeah.
So I will do little things to prevent being
like seen
as seen as anything that I don't think I want to be seen as. Yeah. So I don't think I'm there yet where it's like, oh yeah, fuck everybody, I'm going to do my own thing.
That's fair. That's actually, yeah. I feel like, I don't know, I've been living in that, I've been conscious of that reality for a while now, like that. We're actually afraid of it. You can know who you are and know what your ideal person would do in a situation, in a conversation, and then not feel like you can not do it. You just do something. And then I think we like to say, oh, I just want to do it now because I don't want to come off as, if I had said this, would I have been, I don't want to say this thing because I don't want to come off a certain way, or I need to look like this so that when I go outside nobody thinks I am. It's just like,
it's probably just the downside of like societal living and whatnot.
I honestly, the thing I hate the most, it sounds like I wage a war against society. I hate society as a concept. I do because they kind of like hardwire you, and then it's not hardwire. They reprogram you because you're not programmed that way. Because if you want other things, like if that's not because you're inside yourself, you can tell yourself that like, oh, this thing everybody's saying
is not it.
This thing is not really conducive for me. I don't actually believe in this thing, but like that's what everybody believes, or that's what you're taught. That's, if you do not believe this thing, you are wrong. If you do not move this certain way, you will be perceived as like it's just definitions and labels for everything.
And what's the alternative? Okay, so like the alternative
is like, because it's so easy to say do what you want to do, because you can't do what you want to do everywhere. That's what I know. You just have to be real and you can't.
Well, that's society talking now, because like
that's just. But you can. That is actually still society talking. But then at the same time, like for you to get, what I mean is that for you to get some certain things, because you're living in society and then you have to take things. That's why remember when I said don't change, just just find the way to beat the system, kind of like just figure out a way to be more yourself.
More you, basically.
Within the just
within the okay, so it's like be you within the confines
of society, because the only way you will leave society is only money that can guarantee you the past
freedom from like
yourself 1000%. So long as you have to answer to somebody, so long as you have to like, which I hate. This is where they hate. You just have to. You can't breathe completely as yourself because
because society.
Society is like your big, is like the thing we're trying to fight against. I feel like if more people we had more people, especially in leadership positions, that were doing the thing, like just not instead of like building on the pre-existing, just like give people more space to have like different parts and stuff like that. If they were creating more spaces like that, then people would be more. I feel like if more people were more authentic to themselves, if you did it today, tomorrow, then it starts becoming normal. You can make something normal, bro. Like there was a time when if you were gay, you would die, and then like too many people started to come out as, too many people started to be as, and then like how many years later now, like people are it's normal. Yeah. Like it can happen. That's what I feel like we should all just try to make space, talk about this again on our podcast so that I won't like rehash anything else. Yeah, but like, how do you make that space for yourself?
I think that one is pretty easy for me.
Okay.
At least I don't give disclaimer this time.
Tell us why it's easy.
I think that space is really easy, right? Because if you're going to do some of the things I want to do, you kind of need to have some sort of moral leeway. And moral, again, even like you said, I think now that you've mentioned it, I'm seeing how even using the term moral for something like this is also a societal construct, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But like, yeah, you need to have that. There needs to be more than a bit of leeway for like most of the things.
But I don't want it to be that, because the downside of the other extreme of everything we're talking about is lawlessness. Like, it's just like people feeling like they can do whatever the fuck they want. I'm not pushing for a lawless society, but just a society that allows you to express yourself individually.
Yeah, but like now, do you understand why society isn't that? Like, we could wage our wars or whatever. But
you need some form of. But then that means there needs to be a community of people like this. We need to create our own community.
Right, and
people that just
okay,
want to do their own thing. But you know what? And also, doing your own thing doesn't mean that you don't have like a space already. Because there are different schools of thought. There are some schools of thought that fit into your that are one for you than others. It's not being yourself doesn't entirely have to be that you are just cut off from everybody. It also means agreeing with things that you see on the internet, that you are convinced and you know that this is actually what I agree with. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like scrolling on Twitter and then you see a post and then like some people disagree and some people agree. But just so long as you genuinely agree, it's okay to be amongst people that agree. And then if you don't agree, it's okay to be amongst the people that disagree. Do you get what I'm saying?
That means essentially what you're looking for isn't even necessarily leeway. It's like, let people be.
Yes.
Okay, I feel right.
Let people just be there. Let people just be.
Within the constraints of the law.
I wish I could just completely write off the law, but the law has it.
It's there for a reason.
The law is there for a reason, but I just still hate society to do. I hate it every time I want to do something and I feel like scared and weird about it. I hate it every single time because I follow the 10 commandments, and on those 10 commandments, as a Christian, I follow the 10 commandments, and what I want to do does not consist of these 10 commandments. So tell me why, like, it is such a bad thing for me to do this thing.
Valid.
Tell me why. Even Jesus just says love one another.
But see the downside with this thing now is, and then I'll give my take on like, now that you've explained what exactly your ideal would be like if you burn down society. I'll give my own take. Okay. But like, there are some things that are implicitly stated.
They are implied.
There's nowhere casual drinking is not a sin in the Bible.
Nobody thinks so.
Yeah, nobody thinks so, right?
Nobody thinks so.
But now, drinking and driving is a crime. You could want to just drink and drive, but like, it endangers people.
It endangers yourself.
Not just you. The person you jam might not survive too now. Like,
okay, yes, obviously. So
now, with that in mind, that I think that sorts out like, okay, yeah, a lot of the things that society frowns upon are kind of implied
Yeah.
on the Ten Commandments as a Christian, right? But okay, so I think the ideal compromise now would be let everybody be, as long as the only people that their choices are affecting are themselves. Yeah. So
yes.
that's
Thank you.
If they're having a committee, I'll be the chairman.
Thank you. Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, this question was popped into my head, and actually, I'm so curious. Do you ever let yourself express that you want things? Like, do you let it show when you see something you want? Do you let it out?
Within limits. Yeah. Yeah, within limits. That's the best way to.
So you allow yourself to be vulnerable on demand.
Whose demand? That's the thing. That's the majority of my demand. Yeah. I think, again, this probably still ties back into that whole thing that we spoke about. So it's like, how many times out of 10 would I be my authentic self? If I'm in a situation where I really, really want something, take my relationships with people now, for example.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but like every time we talk, I'm like, how are we friends? How did we get here? Oh, gosh. Sorry, carry on. I just had to get that off me. Sorry, carry on.
So it's like, okay, in my relationships with people, they don't even necessarily need to be romantic relationships now, like
for sure.
Even friendships or whatnot. I could really, 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 really want to spend time with you.
And then not.
Right? But then I could even still spend time with you, but expressing, like letting myself express that vulnerability, that, oh my God, please make time for me. Like, I just like, please. It feels.
My God.
By the time I think about that, and it's like, God, bro, you're a beggar. Is there no love after me?
Or like, what if this person says no?
Hey, Jesus, just kill me. Yeah, like,
oh my God.
So that self-image just doesn't let me express as much or as often as I would like to when I want things, especially the things I really, really want.
Yeah.
So,
do you know, I just realized, like, myself, that I don't actually go for the things that I want. I don't put myself out there. I don't show anything. That's why people would never have a read on me, because there's no read.
I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I don't think that's true. In certain contexts, anyways.
Okay,
but like things like your art, now, like, you were relatively out there, and that feels like
I never pushed my work. I just put it on my story, and I said, if you want to read it, read it. Like, I didn't want people to know that, like, I guess it's out, like, I just did not want it to be like I was begging people to read my shits. So, like, the highest promo I ever did for myself was to read my shits on all my bios. That I had my links attached. I don't say, hey, like, this is important to me. It is important to me that I never. Even, like, relationships, people, other people in my life, they came to, like, I have not necessarily chosen anybody. It's either we met by circumstance or you met me. I've never gone out of my way.
That's about to change now.
Yeah, that's not going out of my way. And, like, it's not making me, because, like, I'll be complaining about, like, I'll just be hiding. And I really realized I was just hiding myself, hiding my personality, like, even with, like, my closest friends. Obviously, you know my closest friendship, exactly. Like, when I think back, I can't even when, like, I was all out, at least I was, like, we're all good in that friendship. Like, there were so many, every time we get to another stage, I would not be like, whoa, so, like, I had not really opened up before. I've opened up more now. After a while again, it actually takes me time, I realize, as a person, just to open, like, to display and be like, oh, I want this, or this is something I want to get, this is someone I want. Like, I don't want, like, it's just whatever is around me, I make do. I never go out of my way to, like, the people I see that genuinely interest me, like, people, like, I feel drawn to.
if it's always I mean, it's not everybody in my life that I haven't felt drawn to. I'm just like lucky that we're in like an environment where it was easy to do that, to like connect,
as opposed to having
to go out of my way. Like with Kamsi, like, and Kamsi is my best friend here as well. And like I knew her through my cousin. She was close with my cousin when we were in secondary school, and then she was friends with someone that went to my secondary school in another state. Like, it just happened. It just happened. Like, I would say that, yeah, for some reason, like, that friendship is just like, it's like when there's a glitch in your existence, like, it's one thing that even unconsciously, at least like, I really went through those motions of like, putting myself out there for the friendship as well, though. But it was just like, it was also still within my circumstance. It's not like she wasn't. If we all had a clip that time when we were in like year one, so it was. So it was not. Yeah, it was not like I saw someone I don't know, a stranger, and I this person just looks, and then I was just like, I keep worrying and I just keep like this. If I want better people in my life,
I have to find better people.
It's not just about finding. Then like I should make an effort as well to also, because I feel like also there's so many people that maybe I could have had a deeper connection with that I just didn't, because I just didn't know how to be myself or show myself to them. And I used to think sometimes I feel like some of the blame, they were not, at the end of the day, I still know that maybe we're not entirely compatible or we're not like going to work, but then like we could have still had like a meaningful. And then this is crazy because I've been thinking about, because ever since I started podcasts and everything, doing all the soul searching and the thinking about it, and then so some of these things are bubbling up in me as well. Like as I'm talking about it, I'm also kind of like dealing with it or trying to change my mindset on it as well. I was like, like I was standing at CDS on this day, and I didn't know anybody. I had not gone out of my way to talk to anybody. I know that there are some people that I have seen, and I could have just struck a conversation with, or I could have put myself in like
keep yourself out there.
Yeah, I'll just put myself out there, or like I'll just like blow my face. I'll stay somewhere like nobody. Like I'm not admitting anything. Even okay, to be fair though, like that's also being me to an extent, like because it's not as if I want to just put myself out there. 98% of the time, there's nobody interesting at CVS because I don't know them and they don't seem like inviting for me to talk to. Half the time I just want to print and but then like that day everybody was just with like somebody and people were talking, everybody was in groups, and I was just standing there and I was like, I always like to compensate myself and be like, I know my worth, I know that like I have value, but then like I never test that value out there. I'm just I feel like the fear of like, somebody not understanding me or somebody not really like somebody seeing me and just like not rating that or something will just keep me subconsciously in my corner. But then I will not really notice it because I'm noticing it more now because that time these people was always circumstantial. In uni now it's very circumstantial to.
I think in real life too, meeting people is sort of circumstantial. It's just that
not when your whole life is work and home.
Fairs.
Not when your whole life is work and home, right? Like, it's not. So yeah, I was just dealing with it. The feeling, I just felt so lonely in that moment, standing there. But then like, there was one person that I saw that I was like, oh, should I say this thing I'm talking about? Should I try it? Should I like just express interest in knowing someone else? And I think that one didn't fall through. I was trying to. My thought process when I first saw that person. I was like, okay, wait, am I actually interested or am I formulating interest so that I can test this out? Because I was like, okay, is this? I like the girl. The girl looks like interesting. She had like the way she had like the cover all over her khaki. Like, she had long, I don't know, she just looked different. I was like, am I confusing? Am I like, I hope I'm not like
manufacturing
this interest. So I was just on that for a while, just standing, doing what we were doing. And I just look somewhere and I see somebody that genuinely piques my interest. Immediately I feel even more miserable. Because I'm like, there's no way I'm not going to have that conversation. It's not happening.
So you didn't have that conversation?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And I was just like, oh gosh. Wow. I'm actually miserable. Or I'm actually terrible at, not miserable, scratch that. I'm actually terrible at, actually. It was then that it just dawned on me that all this I'm a social person, I'm a social butterfly. It's not real, dude. It's like, it's not necessarily real.
It's
not necessarily true. Like, I'm not the kind of person that would just walk up to somebody and talk to them just like that. No, I'm not that kind of person. And like, even all her friends seemed so interesting. I actually, it was as if I was revolving around that group all day. Because even when I was just calling my chair to sit down, it was the friend that gave it to me. And the friend, his friend, very like friendly, very outspoken. So, I was just hearing their chatter. And then like, we just had the same opinions on things. I'm like, bro, in my head, I'm thinking even like podcast material. I'm like, girl, I should have these people on my podcast. So just like, they're just revolving around each other for a bit. I just kept like looking at the particular girl in the friend group, and I'm just like, I've never actually also gone, when girls are like friend. I'm not a friendly girl. I'm not like that kind of girl. So I know I'm not that kind of girl that goes out of her way to be like, I can see somebody at a party or like at a gathering where like everybody's meant to dress up, and I'll be like, oh, you look nice. But like if you're just on the streets and I think you look good, like 9 out of 10. It's only when like I'm glitching. Oh my god, I'm glitching that these things will happen, I'm like, it's not something I would do. Like, I already didn't think I was going to be able to talk to her. But then I was just thinking about it. I was like, should I just like take this? I started thinking like, should I just take this off my bucket list? Should this like be the first person I
actually
put myself out there for? And it wasn't about meeting her, but it wasn't about her. It was also about like me, like being able to meet somebody for the first time, and I'm like, I'm going to show you my personality right off the bat, and let's see. But then I almost chickened out because I actually started going. It's funny how like it was just making me annoyed with myself and like just feeling anxious. I was just having so much anxiety, so I walked away, and I realized that we had walked a little bit of a distance from our CDS location, and I didn't want to just like walk back. So I know. And I was really feeling conscious because there was literally no copper walking around. Everybody was like copper. I know how it is now. So I just like walked back, and then like stayed. I said, let me just like stay true. And I heard that we were still signing attendance. I was like, okay, cool. So if I had gone, I won't sign the attendance. I was not going. And then when it comes to the line, they are now like adjacent, like they are
right next to you,
beside me, and I'm just like, whoa. Wow, if girls be doing this, and this is how girls make friends. Shout out to your
shout out to the niggas out there that are grinding.
Anxiety. I was just so anxious. Like, it was just making me so anxious. I'm like, bro. So I'm watching them because I can't help myself. I'm just like listening. I'm just like watching, and I'm basically eavesdropping. And then one of her friends just like sees some guy, and then she's like, what did you for work?
Just like that.
Yes, I thought maybe she knew him. She's like, what did you for work? And then he's like, oh, he's a civil engineer. She said, oh, that's cool. Like she just saw him, and then like she was just wondering, like she was really curious to know what he did for work. That's civil engineer, that's cool. That he looks really good. And can she have his Instagram?
This baby is not Nigerian. The baby is not Nigerian.
In my front, I was like, whoa. And then like all her friends were normal about it. Nobody gave a fuck. They were like,
it's not out of character.
And then obviously they were having another conversation about something, I don't know, but then I was like, it made me feel more comfortable as well. I don't know if it was before or after though. I really can't remember. But yeah, like I was like, I looked at the girl because we're having like side comments as well because of line, trying to know which line. Oh God, it was so weird. I know that like I over-involved myself or I responded because like I was anxious about like just the entire thing in general. And like, I was just like, I actually said that and I was like, wow, that's crazy. I said, that's so random. And I was like, that's so random. I don't think, no, I don't know. I was like, that's so random that you did that. Like, so I was watching, and I was just like, we were all talking. And I think she knew, because like, I caught her eye for a bit, and then, you know how you have like, awkward smile at somebody, that, oh, you didn't intend to look at this person. Me, it is me, fingers crossing that the feeling was like, mutual. But then I was just like, you were talking, I was like, can I talk to you? I swear. I was like, can I talk to you? She was like, oh, who? She was like, her. I said, no, you. Can I talk to you? The girl literally just moved over, which made my anxiety even worse. Like, the girl that talked to that guy, she just gave me space. I thought maybe she would come out, but then no, enter inside the circle. And you know, like, as they, yes, I just went in the middle, so like, tensions are high. I was so, like, I swear to God, I think I was whispering as I was talking, which is so out of character for me, but also very, like, much me. This is my natural state, tackling, like, I've never done this before. I had, like, this is, I've CDS. CDS,
who said CDS?
Oh, God. I was like, hi. It's like, I was like, oh, you look really good. You know, saying you look really good. I was like, no. Because I was like, I didn't even have my lip combo on. I just put like lip oil and I came out. I was like, oh, no. You look really good. And asked her what her name was. She actually saved me. Like, she was more of in that moment, more of a conversation person than I was. And then her energy was just really friendly. And as I was talking to her, I became more calm. And you know, I can be very like matter of, and I know how I can also be matter of facts. This way, sometimes I was just like, okay, we're talking, and then I saw that my line was moving forward, and then it was getting to be busy around her friends. I'm like, I'm going to go and sign my attendance, and then I'm going to come back. Like,
if you're a guy, don't try this. Don't try.
And then I'm just going to come back, and then like I'll talk to you again. So I now went, and then I came back. I was just like, she was like, I was like, what were we saying? I can't remember. I don't know. There was still some shuffling. It was chaotic, kind of like energy was very chaotic. And I just looked at her, and I was like, oh, fuck it, though. At the end of the day, you're just going to think I'm strange. That's the most that can happen. Or you ignore me, or you just like, I was like, I want to talk to you, but I have nothing to say. I have no idea.
You said this.
Yeah, I said I don't know what to say. Like, I just want to talk to you, though. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I can't remember if we spoke for a bit or if she also had to sign attendance, and then there was just a rush. And I was like, okay, Instagram, I message, what do you use? I don't know. Maybe I read about it too. I said, what do you use? And then I was like, she was like, Snapchat. I was like, okay, cool. And I had not cleaned my phone. Like, I was just like, sorry, my phone is not okay. Just like, put it on, and then, yeah. I feel like I came up very intensely, but to be fair, I actually am an intense person.
I guess it's a disclaimer,
and it was a very like, I was so anxious. That's why she was like, I can't hear you.
You won't use whisper. You won't use whisper. You use whisper.
I don't know. Like, everywhere was so noisy. I was like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But then, like, after I was like, when she was leaving, then she came back. I was just saying, I'll text you. She pulled. I felt good about that. Her friend was dragging her. She pulled her back. She pulled herself back, and she was like, hey, "What are you saying?" I said, "I'll text you." So,
have you texted her yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay, proud of you, man. Like,
but I don't know what I'm going to talk about. It was not necessary. I feel like it was also about like I don't even care if she doesn't text me back. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's more about you.
I would like her too, because like I genuinely thought that she looks really good, and I genuinely thought that like she seemed so interesting. Like, I thought like it would be nice to get to know this person. Yeah, but at the same time, like the outcome, I just kind of remove myself from the outcome. Like, we don't text, like I don't actually. This is the thing. You just okay. So I don't actually know her. So whatever she thinks of that opinion of that interaction, like as long as I actually asked her, I said, I hope this is okay. Like, how am I not making you on? I hope this is fine. She's like, it's fine, okay, because I know how it feels to not want to talk to somebody that just walks up to you. So I had to make sure. And then, like, if her interaction, her opinion on it, as long as I try to be respectful, and as long as it was not inappropriate in any way, like, I expressed myself. I was like, you're interesting. I would like, okay, well, I didn't say all of that, but I would say, if I get a text back, I will explain that, do you get? And yeah, I just felt really good to show up as myself to somebody that do not, like, it just felt like staking my, like, it was just felt like putting my personality down and be like, oh, this is the person I'm going to meet, and this is me already, yeah. So, yeah, it was nice. It made me feel better. It made me feel like better about myself, not like myself in general, but like it made me feel more that I can do this more. I can be more.
Even with all the anxiety,
I still, because I was so anxious. I cannot begin to express how anxious I was, even while I was talking to her before she also made me feel comfortable. So I genuinely think that she's the kind of person that is also comfortable being herself. I feel like that was where the intro. I feel like I naturally inclined towards people like that as well. So, because if someone came to meet me and they met me the way I met her, I would also. Why are you laughing?
I'm agreeing with you now, but like I don't think it's the best thing. Like I don't think it's the best thing. Like a hyper anxious person comes to
not hyper anxious. I wasn't. You see the thing, I was anxious on the inside.
Okay, you're not certain.
But I was trying to come off as very calm. I tried to like portray calm, collected, interested. Calm, collected, interested. Just trying to. But yeah, I was obviously a little bit like, but I don't think I came like shaking. So hard, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like honest about I didn't make it seem I didn't make it seem like, I just want to know you clearly, and that's how I've come.
Word.
So yeah, yeah. Wow, it's actually exciting, kind of. I'm not even talking about her. I'm not talking about that anymore. I'm just
I don't even know. you see explanation. I didn't even say anything. Explain it.
In general, just to be your body, experiencing yourself. I just know why you're acting the way that you act. Don't you think so?
It's only when life is good, I think so. But like, yeah,
even when life is bad, like if you know yourself really well, like I don't think it will stay bad for long. If you know what you need to do, get up.
You know, that's actually true.
But it's just that, like, it's hard
to know what to do.
No, it's hard to do what you have to do, and that's what people always skip over. Everyone say, "I just decided." And even when you're talking, like, you just decided, but then, like, it's like
it was a whole process to the decision.
It was a whole process to the decision, and it's a whole process on its own. Just like how you said, you know yourself, and for the most part, like, you're like one of the most individualistic persons. I don't know, persons. Yeah, that I know, and like you're still telling me that 4 out of 10 times you might choose not to react the way you would, or be just. Choose to be yourself in a particular situation, So that's still you. Be honest about the process. I don't like how self-helps are always just like, you just have to decide.
You wake up, be your best
wake
self.
Up, it takes only one decision. I don't know how hard it is to change, break a cycle.
People realize that there's something that needs to be changed. Like,
and nobody wants to agree that they're I don't know. I think this is like, you see, I'm apparently, like, everything is a skill, right? I think I might have this skill more than others to admit that I am wrong. It's actually like top hardest things for me. It's not top 3.
I don't think it's that big a deal for me. But
you're usually inclined to be
right. I would much rather be right. But if you can prove to me undoubtedly, without a shadow of doubt, that I'm wrong, then yeah, kudos to you. I might hate you forever, but like, yeah, I can accept it.
I feel like, I think I'm luckier when it comes to me being with myself about that shit. And I really, at least, it all comes down to that though. just knowing, just being real. You're bad, you're good, you're in the middle. You're bad, you can be good sometimes. You're good, you can be bad sometimes. Just know in what and when, like what and where, when and where to be those things, you know. Yeah. Word. Yeah. Okay.
I want to cook me again. No,
I'm not about to cook you again, actually. This is, I think we've come to the parts of the podcast where we say, we call it the Frida Says What, said what.
Okay, that's
when we
the
kind of
reference to the
like,
name.
where we kind of just like
Summarize.
Alright.
give our summary about the message that this episode is trying to pass across. And do you want to, is there anything, what's your takeaway from this conversation that we had?
It feels like there's a couple of things that have just been like on the peripheral for me. Like I've been kind of aware of them, but before now, I've never really heard them in words.
Yeah.
Like,
But this is for the listeners.
Yeah, this is for the listeners, by the way. I'm just personalizing the experience, right? So, a lot of all these things, like, oh, be yourself, and whatnot, like, we've all heard those things. But, like, after this conversation now, I think I have a more streamlined understanding of what exactly that even looks like, or, like, what that process is like.
Yeah.
So, what trying to the takeaway for me, for the audience, guys, right, is like, be yourself, but in the context of identify what even makes you yourself. What do you value?
Figure
What
out your
drives you?
values.
Yeah.
I think, find out what is important to you, figure out your values.
Then focus on how you can optimize those, hopefully, whatever it is that makes you or that drives you is a righteous one. And then you can optimize for that version of yourself within the constraints of the law.
Within the constraints of the law.
So, yeah, that's my takeaway. It was a really good one.
Yeah. So, to reiterate, find out what you value, use it to know certain markers for yourself, and
be your best self.
Yeah, be your best self. So, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did, because we were having
it was fun. Like
this conversation was really fun, actually. See you guys next time. I love all of you. Say bye.
Bye, guys. Hopefully, I eventually become a co-host.
You will become a regular. That's
I'll
what's
take
reserved for the best thing.
I'll take it.
Bye, guys.
Do the honors.
Till next time.